Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to share some of my pen thoughts on the Jinhao 10s. And I just have to say that I have been experimenting with these vanishing point dupes since sometime last year. I started with the Majohn A1s, which are absolutely wonderful. And I was actually searching to possibly purchase a Pilot Decemo, and this popped up and this happened. Excuse me, I know the Decemos are different, but I got kind of sidetracked in exploring these Jinhao 10s, which are dupes of the Vanishing Point. So let's talk about these. I've been using this pen here. This is the Jinhao 10 in the gold stripe for a couple of weeks, maybe a little bit longer. And shortly after that, I purchased this Coffee Way. I found this on AliExpress. And then shortly after that, when I was speaking to Elise at Whole Latte Plans, she had purchased a Jinhao in the matte black and an extra fine and was having some issues with it. I purchased this rose red and extra fine because I wanted to see is it the nib, or is it the ink, or is it the pen itself? So I currently have 3 of these Jinhao 10s, which I am not sad about. So let's get started. Let me first share that these are dupes of the Pilot Vanishing Point. They are retractable, considered retractable pens, and it is a fountain pen. No ink is included at all. What it comes with, I'll show you real quick. You unscrew this section and it comes with its own converter. You fill, I'll just take the converter out real quick carefully. You fill the converter with your ink, you pop it in carefully, you line it up here, push it in, and screw it in. 1 second. Clearly cannot do that on camera. 1 second. It's a user error. So, and then voila, it's ready to go. So the item weight, it says, is 1.16 ounces, and the extra fine nib, which is this, is a 0.38 millimeter. The fine is a 0.5, and I'm going to show you a writing sample in a moment. I currently have these inked up. I have this gold striped inked up with Monteverde Moonstone. I have this coffee colorway inked up with Diamine Saddle Brown. And I have the rose red inked up with a combination of Oxblood, Diamine Oxblood, and De Atramentis Archive ink. So I just figured I'd share that. I'm a visual, so it kind of helps to see that. I have captured some of my pen thoughts in my pen and ink journal here, and I'm going to share those with you, show you a writing sample, and then kind of wrap it up. So this is, just to share again, the gold striped. This has a fine nib. This is the coffee colorway in a fine nib, and then this is an extra fine. So after some use, I've only used these for a few days compared to the gold striped I've used for at least a couple of weeks. This gold stripe model, and I'm sure the other models, compared to these solid bodies, this feels lighter in my hand to write with overall. And I found that I was able to write a little bit longer with this one because of that. So these pens are not great for long writing sessions. I found that out during the time that I spent with the Majohn A1s, which are similar to the Jinhao 10s. And so I found that these are great for on the go, which I've had this particular the gold striped on the go with me since I received this pen. However, what I have found is how you store the pens matter. If you are clipping the pen like this on the go, like I kind of was, and just not really paying attention, if you go to use it, you're going to get hard starts. It's going to be dry when you're writing with it, which makes sense because it's a converter. Even if you had a cartridge in there, the ink is pooling to the bottom. So if you pull it out to write something real quick, it's going to feel dry. And that's what was happening on this paper overall. This is my traveler's passport that I bring with me in my purse. I'm not going to show you some of the notes in here, but as I've been experimenting, especially this past weekend and yesterday, I found by clipping it this way in my planner and trying to keep it upright as I store it in my purse and pulling it out, it's been a lot smoother writing in my calendar planner here, which I jot down notes, sometimes duplicate of my original planner, any ideas, lists, things like that. I also find that the ink and the paper matters. When I originally received this, because this is the first purchase I made for the Jinhao 10, I tried a couple of inks and it was super dry, and I was not pleased. I can't remember all of the inks I tried until I was just like, that's it, I'm putting in a Monteverde ink because those are super wet inks, and I was right. So the type of ink you use matters, as well as the type of paper, because right off the bat I found that the traveler's calendar, not necessarily the notebook, compared to like Tomoe River paper, it was definitely noticeable in the writing experience. However, since I've found storage matters, how you store the pen matters, this has been writing wonderfully on pretty much all of the paper that I've tested it on, which are the Traveler's Notebook, Tomoe River paper, Leuchtturm, and Moleskin. The other thing that I just wanted to say one more time is I found these are great for on the go and just short writing, like a daily planner type thing, as opposed to like a long journal entry. Aesthetically, these for me are pleasing. I love all of the colorways that they offer. I love that they offer certain colors with the gold, and certain bodies with the silver. And I do see more colorways on AliExpress as compared to Amazon. And these are easy to fill and easy to clean. I found that out right away when I was switching out many inks to find the perfect ink to start with, which was the Monteverde Moonstone. Writing wise, for the price, it is great. A wetter ink is needed, and how you store the pen matters. I found clipping upside down disrupts the pen's flow, causing hard stops, and dried out ink. Again, paper matters. And let's see, price wise, to get into that, I found these running anywhere right now from $13.99 depending on the pen model. For example, on AliExpress you can get the white pearl for, I think, $13.99, and it comes in either fine or extra fine, all the way to $21.99, which is, for example, this Coffee Way. They have a pink and gold and a white and gold, and those are going for $21.99. So overall, I was just reading off of the notes I made this morning. Overall, I would do it this, I would purchase all three of these all over again. I'm actually tempted to purchase a couple more, just as backups to have. And we'll see throughout the year how it goes with the Jinhaos for longevity in regards to the product itself. And I'll come back maybe November, December of this year. Hopefully I can remember. If not, please reach out and do not be shy and say, hey, remember you were going to come back, as I do plan on using at least one of these, and it will stay with me daily. So let's get started with a quick writing sample so that you can see the difference between the fine and extra fine nib. I'm going to go with this here, and I want to make sure, let's zoom in. I'm going to start writing, and then I'm just going to take a brief moment. I want to make sure you can see. So this is the Jinhao 10. And this is my Kinbor fountain pen and ink planner that I purchased, and I do have a video on that. 10, and this is the gold striped. They have a matte black stripe, they have a silver striped, and this is a fine, and this is Tomoe River paper. And this is the Monteverde Moonstone. And see, on the Tomoe River paper, this pen writes so smooth. It's wonderful, no hard starts. And again, though, I've been storing it like this. So yeah, absolutely loving these pens. The next one I'm going to use is this rose red, and this has the extra fine nib. So this is the Jinhao 10, and I have to say, right out of the box, I inked this up with Diamine Oxblood on its own, and it was super smooth. I just wanted a darker red color, and this is the rose red. And this is an extra fine nib, which I am loving. I think I'm going to purchase another extra fine, another one of these, and an extra fine nib, because they're perfect in planners if you're trying to write a little bit smaller. And then this has Diamine Oxblood. Plus D. atramentis, Archive Black. Right, so good. I love it. So let's look at the lines. Gosh, okay, yes, we are in frame. I'm going to show you the difference in the lines of the fine and the extra fine, just in case you're not sure which way to go. I'd say the fine is more of a medium line and the extra fine is more of a true fine. And I'll just show you side by side so you can see the difference. So overall, I highly recommend the Jinhao 10. If you are looking at the, let me zoom out a little bit here, at the Pilot Capless with a special alloy, let me show you that. This is, and I'll probably come back with another video showing you the difference between the Pilot Capless, the Majohn, and the Jinhao 10. But yeah, I'm not going to get into that. But if you're looking at a Pilot Capless or Vanishing Point and you're not quite sure how you're going to like the pen body itself, instead of spending the $160 to invest in one of those, definitely try out a Jinhao 10 or even a Majohn A1 so that you can get the full picture of it. I don't know, I can't recommend that enough. And I purchased all three of these for the price of this Capless, and this was on sale when I purchased it, plus I had some points, so I got it for a really good deal. But honestly, if I had to choose, well, I don't want to say too much, but I just want to say if I had to choose to purchase this first or one of these, I would likely purchase one of these first, which I didn't realize before. So I hope this helps, and I hope you guys are all doing well. Take care.